And you know, we can see that with people maybe with alcoholism or drug addiction. You know how bad it can get with some people, that they would actually lose their physical lives as well as their spiritual lives, their soul, everything. They are but a shadow of a person. And you're looking and you're going, what can I do? What can I do about this? Pray. So Queen Esther is like, I'm petrified. You know I can't go to the king. I can't ask him. I can't present myself before him. I have to be invited. And that's not the way God is. God does not put a restriction on us that we can only be invited on certain days of certain months, and that's not how it is. We are free to go and speak to God at any time possible. And praying is just talking to God. So Mordecai is like, this is your mission. How do you know this whole thing happened? Like, you're now the queen, married to the king of Persia, because this was always going to happen to the Jews. They're always going to be persecuted, and the only way that we can get out of this is because you're queen and you have a right to the king, and us as children of God have a right to the king, and we can go and we can present ourselves. It says it's in Revelation, don't quote me on that, but it talks about the coming king and holds a scepter in his hand. I'm going to have to Google that verse. I can't remember. It could be Isaiah or somewhere like that there, that's proclaiming the coming of Jesus Christ. But about the scepter, so this is a type and a shadow. So this king, Esther's saying, like, you have to touch the scepter to be able to speak to him. It's quite an important position before you can start asking the king of anything. So Mordecai's like, don't you think that you'll not suffer the same because you're Jewish? Once they find out you're a Jew. And also Mordecai's faith, being the Holy Spirit, representing the Holy Spirit, knows fine rightly how powerful God is, and he'll send someone else. But maybe God has called you, like he called Esther, for such a time as this, to pray and to intercede for people that are having it really tough in your family, your friends.